Today is about supercharging your engagement flow. And like the regular demos that we do, where we show an overview of the entire platform, today we will focus on the three new product updates that will truly change how you work on your day-to-day and how we help local governments plan better, listen better, and communicate better thanks to these three new improvements. We've been listening to a lot of our users and clients. Some of you, I believe, are even here, so thank you for this. And three needs came up again and again, which were planning ahead your participation projects, blending the data that you gather offline to your online realm, as well as mastering and controlling your internal and external communication with customization of your email campaigns. We will move, it will be more interactive that way. We will move to the platform so that you can see how it looks like in action. Can you see the platform? I switch screen.
Yes, we can.
Yes? Okay, super. So this is the platform, the front office, how it looks like for Green City. They created that page for their residents and citizens to interact with their projects, to browse through, to manifest the interest for any events they would love to attend, follow the project they're interested in. So this is everything that residents can see. Today, I'm an administrator of that platform, Victoria. I'm not Lily anymore. But because I'm an administrator, this is what will allow me to have access to what happens backstage. So in the background, managing the platform, I will access to the back office from where I can manage my user base, my messaging, the reporting, the projects. We land here in the first page, the dashboard that gives you an overview of your participation rates, the participants, and so forth. And today we're going to focus, so I said, on the project library. So let's focus on that and jump right in. So this view has changed a lot over the years. And at the moment, the new things we came up with is this new list with the important information that you have right at a glance by hovering over and by seeing like the important information related to a project. So we will focus on this, how to manage that view. And the second part of the presentation for this project planning is the calendar view. So this is pretty clear, but today I will show you how works the filter and how it can powerfully help you with your flow. So as Victoria, an administrator, I'm particularly interested in all the projects, for instance, that were run starting midsummer, let's say since the beginning of August. I'm interested in any projects that are published and in draft. And let's say that I closely work with a manager, Alex Williams. So as you can see, the more I add filters, the narrower this page becomes. And I can go straight to the point and see what I am interested in. Something that is interesting for quality insurance as well is this quick filter pending approval. So when I click on it, I will have filter out for me all the projects that are waiting for my approval so that if I approve them, my team can move confidently and can move forward with continuing the process of moving this project forward from draft to publish and continue the project crafting. So this was for the first part. The second part of the project planning is about this new calendar view that really gives you an overview, a timeline view of your participation projects. As you can see, my filters are still active. But if I deactivate them, I can have access to all the projects presented that way. It's pretty handy view because I can see what's ahead, where I come from, and detect any bottleneck or prioritize my next tasks based on what will come up next. Yeah, so many of our users, when we were doing interviews, reported us that they were actually managing all of the calendar with third-party tools, or they were using spreadsheets, and using different tools is not really that efficient. And plus, you increase the risks of the errors that you can make reporting one date that you find online to another separate tools. So having everything in one single platform is really more efficient and helps you remove any risk you have of misunderstanding or errors that can happen. So these two elements of the new project environment saves you time, obviously, and be more accurate because you don't juggle between the tools. You have a clear overview of all the participation activities that you are running, and you have better visibility and a better prioritization so that you can actually deliver your projects on time and with impact. The second feature that we're going to discuss today, so that was the project planning, now is the 360 input. The 360 input is a feature. So for that, let me enter a project. Let's enter the master survey project. And as you can see here, I have a tab that is named 360 input, and that is new. We will focus on this. This feature solves one of the biggest challenges for engagement teams. That is, your data is everywhere. The conversations happen not only online on your platform, but they can occur in meetings, in the street, reports, emails. You can gather survey forms offline as well. And with the 360 input, this is basically a repository that you can use in order to bring that everything that happened offline online. So everything that is related to this project, my redesigning of the Kaufman Park, and that I think is relevant to nourish and to fuel that project, I can add this here on top of everything that already I have collected online. Let's click on adding file. I'm going to choose a file to import. I'm going to select a category for it. Let's say this is an information document, and I will tick that box. This box allows, so I give my consent to the AI. We have an AI tool inside our platform. I allow AI to be able to process my file, and I will show you in a minute how it looks like. So this was a budget that was adopted in 2025, and that would greatly help me understand how I can leverage that with my project for the redesigning of Kaufman Park. Great. When I click on it, I have an overview. I have a preview of the document, and I also have a description. Do you remember the box that we ticked right before about AI giving our consent to AI? Well, this is exactly what the AI does. It summarizes your document. If I hadn't selected that box, tick that box, I would have had to enter in the editor and to fill that description myself, which is absolutely fine as well. This is why we have this option. But this becomes pretty handy, especially when you have long reports that you want to import, for instance, and that have like several pages. This can be a quick and fast description that you can provide to your other teammates, and so for you to have an overview of what it is about. So this repository really becomes powerful when it's brought into the analysis realm of the tool. So let me show you how that works. Let's go to our AI analysis tool. Our AI analysis tool will here on the left-hand side will analyze everything that was gathered online, our participation inputs. And the AI will digest everything, will provide some analysis for you. But for this analysis to become richer, because this relates to everything that was gathered online, we also want to bring these offline documents that we discussed and that we brought online. Do you remember? So that happens here. When I add files, when I attach files that I previously added to my project, I'm able to give the AI more context on top of everything that I collected online. So it gives a really complete understanding of where we at, what I can do with the projects, and be really more inclusive. So the results is that no insight get lost. You have a full story, the full story of the participation project, from the citizen ideas to the decision making and any other information that you need. It really brings the offline and online participation together in one single place. And it helps you, your admins and PMs, to make smarter decision, more inclusive as well, and better informed decision. Great. So let's move forward and let's focus on our third feature, that is the customizable automated emails. Let's head over to the messaging page from the main navigation bar here. And here you have access to all the communication, the email communication that are fired from the platform to your audience, whether they are manual emails or automated emails. Today, we will focus on the automated emails. Before we had, because we facilitated automated emails to our clients to help them be more efficient in their communication with their citizens and residents, to build engagement and be closer to them, right? Something that was not possible in the past was to edit those automated emails. The messaging was predefined and pretty generic, whether it's from after registration email or even confirmation emails. All of these emails really need your attention in order to craft messages that are more on brand, that are close to the way you talk to your community. So let's see how that works. We can take, for instance, new project phase. So this is an email that will be automatically fired whenever a project enters a new phase in the platform. When I edit the email, when I enter the edition panel, I have access to, on the left-hand side, the edition, where I can change where the reply should go to, the subject, the title. I can even add some variables that changes based on the projects, based on the phase, or based on the platform name. I can add images. So let's try to do something. Hey, super nice feature. I'm gonna add a photo, for instance. So here you see that I can have access to a whole range of editing field. I'm gonna save my changes and directly see on the right-hand side the change. So this allows you to see how it would look like on the resident's end. If I want to see it even more in context, I can send myself an email, clicking on that box, heading over to my email, and see how it looks like. Let's see if I refresh. And there we go. Here I can see how on a Gmail, for instance, my resident will be able to see my new message. You can confidently confidently send your messaging, making sure that nothing is off brand, nothing slips away, no errors. And this really helps you add your own language, um, and really be more relevant and consistent in your communication. You also save money because you don't use extra tools to manage these personalization. You are more likely to have, or less risks to have, a disabled campaign because this is out of tone or out of branding. And ultimately, you reach a stronger trust between your organization and your citizens. So these are the aim for this feature. Thank you very much. I enjoyed being with you today and showing you and presenting you our new features. I hope that was helpful and interesting for you. I wish you a really good day and happy participation. Bye.